yes. Got eggs. Finally. And how much?
Bit more.
Money?
Money pens.
Add meg. Nem kell pénz.
Really?
Egyéb.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gratis.
Thank you.
Gratis.
Thank you.
Szevasz.
Bye bye. Thank you. Say thank you to Mama. Bye. Situation report. I've been avoiding toll roads for a long time now, but I decided to take one. And may I please officially welcome you to the Republic of Hungary. We are now in Hungary. I'm not really quite sure if there is a border control or anything like that, but we are now in Hungarian land. Well, as easy as that was, you saw the border. Didn't want to stop because I've been just driving literally for half an hour. It's gonna affect my trip time as a whole. And now we are driving into the highway of Hungary. Welcome to Hungary. Day number 6, country number 7, Hungary. Driving into Hungary all the way from Slovakia. The language here is complicated. It doesn't look like or have any resemblance of Slavic languages that I understand. So I guess it's gonna be a tough time understanding some Hungarian language along the way. But just coming from Slovakia, I can tell you that Slavic or Soviet architecture is very far away from what I saw in Slovakia. The Soviets didn't really do much of an impact in their architecture. The Soviets during their time, or during the Soviet Union, invested heavily only in the Baltic area in terms of infrastructure. Yeah, so off to the next city until I dock my tent, give 4 wheels a much deserved rest. See you when I see you. I love going away from the highway because highway also reminds me of being in the plane where you don't see much. But when you drive off the highway to a more to a less busy road or route, you get to see the countryside, the villages, and this is why I decided to go on this road trip. And of course, the state of being solitary, where you don't have to compete with the road against truckers, against BMWs and Mercedes who are trying to get to their destination faster. And this is why I love taking this route, this scenery, seeing the other side of the world, how the local people live. The architecture here is way too different from what I have seen up in the northern part of Europe. Totally different. And there's a church over there. Driving through Hungarian countryside. I don't even know the name of this village, but man, this is wholesome. This is wholesome. It looks like a deserted village. Maybe everyone is stuck indoors. Not really sure, I know. My destination is still 95 kilometers away, but I'm loving this. I am enjoying this. Absolutely breathtaking, fantastic. I've come to this tiny village, Hahot. It almost looks like haha, like you're laughing. Hahot. And I saw a roadside supermarket. Is that one? And it looks like we could venture into this village before our next adventure. Perhaps we could buy some eggs. I would like to buy some eggs for breakfast because I didn't take any from Poland. I was not sure how many stops I was gonna have along the way. So just to prevent eggs from going bad, I decided to skip them for now. But please check out the village of Hahot. To be honest, it's fun driving, but I'm gonna tell you what's even more fun, much more fun. Stopping in the middle of nowhere to explore. Let's try our luck. Perhaps we could buy some chicken eggs. I don't know. Saw some chicken, some livestock over there. Perhaps the smartest thing is to translate chicken eggs into Hungarian. I could see some livestock over there, the sheep and some chicken. So let's find out if we could buy some chicken eggs in a random Hungarian village. Explore it. See ya! I can hear some voice from inside the house. I don't want to go in. You never know if you are welcome or not, but we'll find out. Don't know. Perhaps I'm just gonna wait until something happens. Maybe some miracle. We'll find out. I'm here with 4 wheels. Let's see if we can grab some roadside village chicken eggs. See ya. Fun. Hello. You speak English?
No,
Little bit. Okay.
parlo italiano, ti va bene?
Italiano. No parlo italiano.
Dimmi, cosa c'è?
Yeah.
Semmivel nélkül meg se látom. Én ezt nem értem, édesem.
Solo italiano? Okay.
Italiano e ungherese.
Ungherese. Ungherese.
Csirketojás szeretnék venni, köszönöm. Nincs. Tojás.
Nincs.
Nincs?
Nincs.
Nincs.
Okay. Okay.
Na,
Köszönöm. Köszönöm.
nulla.
Okay. Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Hello.
Hi. Bye.
Vai.
Bye bye. So it ended up being a fail. What the heck? It ended up being a fail when I thought everything was already going smoothly. A couple of babushkas got out. Just see me. Immediately I was about giving up, and I understood maybe they have no eggs, probably sold all of them, but you saw all the chicken there grazing. Yeah, so we move on. I'm in this neighborhood where I stop. A man is selling watermelons. I tried to approach him if I could buy some watermelons from him, but he ended up saying, can I taste? Taste?
Tesztet mondta.
Yeah, taste.
Ja, test.
I tried to buy chicken eggs, but he didn't have
Buy.
one. Buy heavy. Today, no.
Nem
Taste,
tudod,
yes.
mit mond, bazd meg.
Yeah. But she said she's gonna sell some chicken eggs for me. How much in euro?
Nem, eurót mond, hogy
Euro.
eurója van, bazd meg.
Okay.
Az egy 20 eurót mi baj lesz, nem? Várjál,
1, 2.
várjál. A cén az 10.
Adj egy 5 tojást
Euró.
hozzá már.
15.
Meg az
15
jött ide
euró.
hozzá.
15 euro for this?
Ja, ja, ja.
Why is it so expensive?
Mi?
Mit mond?
Money. Too much. 15 euro for this? Why? Oh man.
Tojás?
Yes. Got eggs. Finally. And how much?
Mit mond?
Money?
Mennyi
How
pénz?
much?
Edd meg. Nem kell pénz.
Really?
Egyél.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gratis,
Thank you.
gratis.
Thank you.
Szevasz.
Bye bye. Thank you. Say thank you to Mama. Bye. This?
Adtam neki 5 darab tojást, egyél.
10 euró gut, jó?
What?
10 euró az gut. Oké?
I don't understand. English?
Nem.
Ruski? Espanol? He doesn't speak English, doesn't speak Espanol.
Kleine Deutsch.
I really don't need it, so you can sell it to maybe someone else. I only need eggs, and I got eggs for free from the village.
Kell?
No, thank you. It looks like they are inviting me over. I mean, why not? Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Adj a dinnyit, nincs.
Ah?
Nem árulja a dinnyit, a másik.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye. I think the man of the house wanted to see me, but I instantly became a star in this village of Hahot. Everyone wants to see that black dude who is walking around on vans looking for where to buy eggs. And actually, the babushkas were of no help, but another family gifted me eggs for my breakfast for free. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? All right. Eggs go where? In my refrigerator. Eggs will go in my refrigerator. All right. My ice blocks are still very much intact. Right. Done. My Airbnb looks messy, but of course, I know you must understand. I trust you do understand. Now, okay. Not sure I can explore or I want to explore this village, but it looks quite okay. I wouldn't mind to explore here. I mean, why not? Time to move on. It's filming. So see you when I see you guys. Well. 2 hours from Brno to Bratislava. Rather, 3 hours from Brno to Bratislava. And another 3 hours from Bratislava to Nagi Kanisha. And fact check, if you remember, the petrol I bought from Bratislava gave me a range of 700 kilometers. Now I can tell you 704 kilometers. Now I can tell you I drove 244 kilometers and I still have a range of 502. So that means I gained so much on that petrol. I gained so much on it that I saved 44 kilometers. And should I give glory to the petrol I bought, or should I give glory to the fuel efficiency of Toyota? Look at this square. Okay, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna check it out later on. I'll be right back. Whoever the glory is due, Toyota, is it you, or is it the good petrol I bought from Bratislava? I honestly do not know. But yeah, we are here in Nagikanisha or Nagikanisa. At the very end of the Second World War, Soviet Union annexed 8 countries that formed the Eastern Bloc. You must have heard me saying this, but it's very important that I mention that. One of the countries among them is Hungary. When Churchill said that the Soviet Union, or an iron curtain, has descended upon the continent of Europe. So the iron curtain was running all the way from Estonia, being Soviet Union at the time, down to Albania at the south of the Mediterranean. But shortly after, when the Cold War ended in 1989, Hungary was the first country to pull out of the Eastern Bloc in a peaceful, non-bloodshed or non-bloody revolution that saw a vote in the parliament that Hungary should become a democratic state on its own with no ties to the Soviet Union. I'm here today in Nagikanisha or Nagikanisha, however it's pronounced. I don't know. I don't speak the Hungarian language. Planning to spend about let's say 10 hours. I'm gonna sleep over, find a place, stock my tent, cook perhaps a good dinner, and move on. But yeah, it's a very calm little town. 4 wheels is parked over there, but perhaps I might just walk around. I don't have any plans on exploring Nagikanisha today. If you know Hungary, you would know that this country has one of the most difficult languages in Europe. I've seen a couple of things written on the wall. I've been reading them because of how long they are. It has no root, it has no formation, it has no relationship with any of the languages I know whatsoever, like Spanish or any Slavic languages that I speak, none of them. Of course, except for the names. This is quite short and very easy to pronounce. But for sentences, names of cities and names of, landmarks and descriptions on the wall, they are very long, some of them, not all of them though. Just as I was saying, right as Hungary pulled out of the Eastern Bloc, they kind of created a chance or an opportunity for other members of the Eastern Bloc, say Albania, Bulgaria, I mentioned last time Yugoslavia, Eastern Germany, of course, Poland, and the Baltic states as well, which were part of Soviet Union at the time. Romania, which had a history of the bloodiest revolution of them all. But anyways, once or immediately Hungary pulled out of this Eastern Bloc, they created an opportunity for other members. And what happened was, if you remember, Hungary and Austria were one country before, and Austria was annexed by Germany at that time. So Germans from Western Germany came to Hungary for vacation, and that also sparked some sort of a peaceful revolution in the east, in the eastern part of Germany. The Easterners were like, we are landlocked, our brothers are going on vacation, we cannot. I chose or selected Nagikanisha or Nagikanisha, I don't know how to pronounce it, as my point of destination for now, so that I can get the much needed rest until I venture into my destination. country number 8 of day 7. Country number 8 of day 7 is where I plan to give 4 wheels a well-deserved rest. Not going to drive for another 2 to 3 days, so he can, get properly rested until the next adventure. But tomorrow's country would be what I consider the halfway trip, where I think we've gone halfway in this expedition. So I'm just going to walk down to 4 wheels, say hi once more, and find a place around here where I can, of course, dock my tent, perhaps cook dinner, you never know, and get some replenishment as well. But that's it from Nagekanisha or Nagekaniza. (1914 to 1918). If you know or remember what happened in 1914 or 1918, that would give you a proper understanding of Europe and European history. There have been several wars, inter-country wars, inter-ethnic wars, but 1914 was a remarkable year where each countries in Europe, transatlantic, Asian, got involved in a collective war called the First World War. The First World War was actually caused by a Serb who was living in, was it Ljubljana at the time? But actually I know. His name is Gavrilo Princip. He was the guy who killed the Austro-Hungarian Duke. The Austro-Hungarian Duke was the king of Austria-Hungary at the time. So what happened? Austria went to Germany and said, "Hey, you are my friend, right?" Then Germany said, "Yes. This guy, a Serb on the west coast, on the south coast rather, killed our king. What are you going to do? Are you going to fold your arms and watch?" Germany said, "No, we are going to help you. We are going to invade Serbia." They did eventually, but it didn't end up well. Germany got involved, and a couple of other countries got involved in the First World War, and they saw Europe suffer for 4 years, 1914 to 1918. Eventually, the Soviet Union also got involved. The British also got involved. Americans were selling arms, getting rich at the time in the First World War. But eventually what happened was Germany surrendered. Germany gave up in the First World War and also in the Second World War. They gave up, and Europe saw an end to bloodshed. I found a place where I could possibly dock my tent, but I'm still very skeptical about sleeping there tonight. So what I'm gonna do is to first of all eat something, because I'm running on empty tank, and where I plan to stick my tent for the night happens to be a pub which is no longer existent. Maybe they ran out of business. You never know. Here we are, here it is. Just behind it, at the parking lot, I found an empty space where I parked 4 wheels. It's so hot, the weather is 37 degrees outside, and it's time for me to see what I can cook, or maybe something quick which doesn't really need fire. Yeah, I think something good, something cold will be okay for the night. Yes, something cold, not hot. Alright, stick around. I'll think about a recipe and show you. Alright fellas, today's recipe is gonna be a quick one. I won't be cooking, but I'll be making something we eat back in Nigeria. This is gari. I got this obviously not from Nigeria, but from an African shop here in Europe. Then this is milk powder. You might argue about the safety and if healthy, but it has a longer shelf life, you see, shelf life rather. It has a longer shelf life until next year. If I buy fresh milk every 3 days, I'll be disposing them and losing money. But I got this for €6. It's gonna probably lead me until the end of my adventure. So I got this. And nuts. The peanuts. And one last thing you might need in this hot weather is an ice block, so I'll get that from the fridge. And right here in the fridge, the ice blocks I got 7 hours ago are still going very strong. This doesn't look like it has melted at all. To suit the hot evening, you need this sort of refreshment. I'm going to add as many cubes as possible, perhaps 4. And these cubes, considering how big they are, probably they're going to last until tomorrow. 4 cubes should be okay. And the last thing that goes right in there is water. I'm going to take a sip first. Come on, you eggs, please do not break. My eggs. From the village. Okay, I'll keep you separate. And next, water. There's no rule, just as much as you want. But the more water you put, the more likely the cassava flour is going to rise. So, sorry if I didn't mention, we call this gari, but it is a flour made from cassava. Some people call it manioc. So it's manioc flour. It's highly packed, it's highly rich or packed in calories. One bowl like this is gonna keep you going for the whole day. And yeah, so you just want to give it a good mix. And one more thing might be missing from this bowl is sugar. I don't really like to add added sugar to my stuff, but if you want, add sugar first for the experience. If you're not a Nigerian, you're watching and you want to try this recipe, add sugar. I recommend. You're gonna get the real taste of gari, but once you're OG like me, you might not want to add sugar. When you add sugar, it really brings out the taste, the real taste of the gari itself. And here you go, it's done. It also would want to look like this, not so thick and not so watery. You see, one pick gets all the milk and the nuts in one go. You can see. So I'm gonna enjoy my quick dinner or snack, and of course, see you when I see you. So you might be wondering how I take my shower so far. Just get a comfortable place for you. Make sure no kid is watching. Hang you some 5 liters, 7 liters, doesn't matter, and grab a quick one. I basically use this make a few holes, and voila. It's time for breakfast.